Hi, this is Argonax, and we talk about things that don't matter. Well, it looks like Half-Life 2's 20-year anniversary is coming rather soon. And I'm gonna bet my left nut that a big update and celebration is coming tomorrow, November 16th. And more than that, I'm willing to bet my right nut that all the games of Half-Life 2 and all its episodes will be free to claim and to keep tomorrow. So make sure to mark your calendars for anybody who hasn't played these amazing games yet. If you've ever played a first-person shooter in your life, you owe it to yourself to play Half-Life 2. If you've ever been exposed to Skibbity Toilet, you owe that disservice to Half-Life 2. That doesn't really sound like I'm trying to sing Half-Life 2's praises, but I'm sorry. Skibbity Toilet is a result of Half-Life 2, but you might as well learn where it came from. It's a good game, okay? Half-Life, not Skibbity Toilet. Skibbity Toilet is not a game. Not that I would know. I've actually never seen a full video of Skibbity Toilet. Thank fucking God. I made this video a while back talking about this anniversary that's coming up, but I'm not gonna delve on the same topics, but for those who haven't caught up, TLDR. 20-year game anniversaries coming up. They're probably gonna give the game away for free. Maybe even most of the Source 1 games will go on a big sale. Maybe we can expect a documentary, perhaps, just like they did with Half-Life 1. Maybe they might do a big announcement for Half-Life 3. Who's to say? Maybe, please, Gaben. God damn it. But the reason that I made this video is mostly because I want to talk about the big developments outside of this 20-year Half-Life anniversary. Specifically talking about things not necessarily related to Valve, but still kinda related to Half-Life 2. Because if I'm being real, Half-Life fans have had it pretty good lately, with all the stuff that's about to come out rather soon. Hi Internet Wanderer, my name's Argonax. I make video reviews, essays, commentaries, and shorts. I hope you enjoy my content enough to do all the YouTube things such as liking and subscribing, and special thanks to all the channel members who help keep the channel going. Their contributions and support mean the world to me, and it helps make sure that I keep making content. But enough of all that, let's get back to the topic at hand. So essentially the reason that I wanted to make this is that there are a ton of Half-Life related and adjacent stuff coming out soon, if not already out now. And again, all of these things that I'm about to talk about actually have nothing to do with Half-Life 2's 20-year anniversary, but it is nice when all these things kind of coincide and work out. Half-Life 2 is a monumental game, and despite its age, it has amassed so much influence within the gaming world. So it's not really a shock that all of these external third-party projects and games, I guess, spawned out, given that Valve actually encourages people to mod games and freely use their game to make side games such as Entropy Zero, Black Mesa, and other fan-made spin-offs. It's not really surprising that all of these side projects ended up happening. So the first one that I want to talk about is Half-Life RTX, which by the way has a Steam page now. This project has been rather well known for a while, having been announced a while back. And while technically out of everything that I'm about to talk about, this one doesn't necessarily have a release date yet, but the mere fact that they opened up a Steam page rather recently, if not, I think at the time of recording yesterday or maybe the day before, it shows that progress is rather good. And honestly, I'm very excited for this project. I think out of everything that I'm about to talk about, I'm excited about this one the most.
As Orbital Studios wanted to see what Half-Life 2 would really look like with path tracing.
You add in NVIDIA, a cutting-edge piece of technology in RTX Remix, and you have all the pieces.
The gameplay and the storytelling still stand up incredibly well, but we just wanted to recapture that sense of awe that we all had 20 years ago playing it for the first time.
It just looks so fucking good. I know that my computer will probably burst into flames if I try to run this at max settings, but my god, I'm gonna give it a try at least. Half-Life 2 is already notable in the sense that even back then, its graphics were extremely industry leading. Sure, other games like Doom 3 might have beaten it in raw polygons and maybe when it comes to lighting technology, because Doom 3 had all of those real-time shadows that it kept boasting about, but Half-Life 2 beat it handily in terms of texture quality, character models, especially facial animations. And all of it gelled together. The game ran and looked a lot smoother, especially compared to Doom 3's animations. It's rough, man.
Know the first thing about science. All they want is something to make them more money, some product. Don't worry, they'll get their product.
So while I can't put a definitive date as to when Half-Life 2 RTX is gonna come out, I can definitely say that it's gonna be at least, maybe, if this is a rough prediction, sometime early to mid 2025. But rather than talk about something that isn't even out yet, but rather coming soon, let's talk about something that is coming out. Rather, it came out. just a few days ago. Project Borealis Prologue. So this one is a fan-made game which runs on the Unreal Engine that, according to the description, is trying to expand upon the classic episodic format that Valve originally had for the Half-Life 2 games. For those who didn't know, there was supposed to be a third Half-Life episode. The game was supposed to take place in the Arctic, hence all the snow and stuff, but unfortunately it never came about. So this team is very inspired by the concept art that's floating around of the game that would have taken place in a glacier or the Arctic, and just lots of snow. And while Project Borealis Prologue isn't necessarily a level from these concept arts, this prologue does take place in Ravenholm. This is supposed to be more so a proof of concept or a tech demo. It released for free for anybody to try it out a few days ago, and while most people are positive about it, there's definitely some valid criticisms to be had here. Things like the game being a little janky and not too perfect, but then again that could be chalked up to the fact that it's running on a different game engine that isn't Source. There were other concerns of course, such as the overall polish, disregarding the bugs, or even questioning the need for this project to exist in the first place, but the mere fact that a small team was able to put all this together with this level of graphical fidelity, it's pretty damn good. No date either for the full release of this, it's just a demo after all, but maybe we can expect some progress of this in the following months, maybe the next year, perhaps. I'm definitely excited for this. I'd play the shit out of this, you kidding me? Moving over to the Black Mesa series, it looks like the two expansions of Black Mesa, which really are just expansions of Half-Life 1, confusing I know, Black Mesa HECU and Black Mesa Blue Shift. Both of these games are getting massive releases on November 17th. Black Mesa HECU is getting its full release, whereas Black Mesa Blue Shift is getting a brand new chapter added to the game. To anybody who has never played the Black Mesa games, these games honestly set the bar so fucking high for both Half-Life expansions and mods, and remakes in general. I honestly believe that Black Mesa is among the best remakes of any video game ever made, and it's not even made by an official company. It was just made by fans in their free time because they loved the game so much. So the mere fact that the expansions for Black Mesa are now being made and about to be released, well, released for one and a level for another, but still on the same day, I really need to stress how much stuff is coming out this month, this week in fact, and that it's just amazing how all of this stuff coincided with one another. So again, please play Half-Life 2, and I guarantee you that the Black Mesa game will also go on sale whenever the celebration happens. Do yourself a favor and get that game as well. It's amazing. Another really well-made Half-Life mod is Entropy 02, which is also getting its own expansions. I can't comment on this too much as I've never actually played the Entropy 0 games, although I really should. But I hear nothing but good things about it, and if it's getting an expansion, well, that's just more Half-Life content for all of us, am I right? And finally, one of the biggest things, and this one does come from Valve directly, somewhat, is that more and more of these Half-Life 3 leaks, or whatever new Half-Life game, is supposed to be coming out soon, or at least it is confirmed that Valve is actively working on a new Half-Life game. There's a great video by Gabe and Follower, linked down below, that breaks down all of these super convincing and compiled evidence to show that, yeah, Half-Life 3 has been worked on to various degrees by Valve for a very long time. I won't go into all the detail, you can watch his video for more information about that, but to help spice up the news about this, it's been confirmed that developers from big studios are now working at Valve and probably helping out with the development of Half-Life 3. I'm gonna play a clip from Gabe and Follower's video, but if any of these games have aspects that you like, you can expect these gameplay functions and mechanics to be masterfully implemented into Half-Life 3.
Developers of physical engines for games from Rockstar Games or from the Forza series, where the gameplay is focused on driving cars. Many level designers from ID Software, Epic Games, Respawn Entertainment, Sucker Punch and Raven, who worked on games like Doom Eternal, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Titanfall, Red Dead Redemption, GTA and Call of Duty.
So on the surface, not much is actually coming from Valve, disregarding the 20-year anniversary celebration thing, but they got the momentum in their favor. Sure, Valve is busy with other projects like Deadlock, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, but They have shown that they are definitely capable of juggling a lot of projects at once. And if it is true that they're working on a new game, well, that's just more stuff for us. By the way, the new Counter-Strike map, Train, shows off a lot of new interesting graphical details that was never really seen before in the Source 2 engine. As the map primarily takes place while it's raining, and I'll be real, how the rain looks in Source 2 is really freaking good. Imagine how this stuff would look like on another game that wasn't constrained by making sure that the FPS was stable at all times, because Counter-Strike can't exactly push the envelope for cutting-edge graphics because, competitive shooter game. Even if I am dead wrong about all of this stuff, and I'm fairly certain that most of these other releases have nothing to do with Valve, because let's be real, these guys are just fans and third parties just releasing stuff roughly at the same time as Half-Life 2's 20-year anniversary, it's really nice that all of this stuff is happening roughly around the same time. And again, just before I go, don't forget to pick up Half-Life 2 when it comes out. Remember, I'm betting my testicles on this. I'm fairly certain I'm right about this. I love Half-Life. It's such a good fucking game. And I'll be there with you guys whenever Steam charts decides to spike with all the people playing the game. That's it for now, Internet Wanderer. Thanks for watching. Do the YouTube things.